My name is Maya Hayes. I am 29 years old and I live in a small, peaceful town called Riverbrook. Riverbrook is not famous. There are no tall buildings, no loud streets, and no rush of people running from one place to another. The mornings are slow and the evenings are gentle. People know each other's names. They smile when they pass by. It is the kind of place where life feels calm. I work as a primary school teacher at Riverbrook Elementary School. Every morning I wake up before sunrise. The sky is usually soft and pale and the world feels quiet, as if it is still sleeping. I make myself a simple breakfast, toast, tea, and sometimes eggs. I sit at my small kitchen table and prepare my lesson plans. I think about my students and wonder what questions they will ask today. Teaching young children is not easy. Some days they are loud. Some days they are tired. But their smiles give me energy. Their curiosity makes my days brighter. Their honesty reminds me what truly matters in life. I live alone in a small apartment near the school. It has one bedroom, a tiny kitchen, and a small balcony where I sometimes sit in the evenings. My family lives far away in another city. I do not see them often, but I talk to my parents almost every weekend. They always ask the same questions. Are you eating well? Are you happy? And, are you seeing anyone? I usually laugh and change the subject. For a long time, my life was simple and predictable. I was single. I had been in relationships before, some short, some serious, but none of them lasted. I wanted love, but I was also afraid of it, afraid of being hurt again. So I built a small wall around my heart, not too high, but strong enough to protect me. That was my life. Until Arjun came into it. Arjun joined our academy as a new art and history teacher. From the first day, students were drawn to him. He was patient, creative, and gentle. He used drawings, stories, and music to teach. Laughter often came from his classroom. We began talking during lunch breaks. At first, our conversations were simple, about teaching, books, and favorite places in town. Slowly, those conversations became longer and more personal. He brought me coffee when I looked tired. I shared homemade cookies with him. Without realizing it, he became part of my daily routine. One evening, he asked me to have coffee with him. I said yes. For the first time in a long while, I felt hope. We spent weeks walking after school, talking about dreams and fears. I started to believe that maybe this time would be different. Maybe love did not always have to hurt. But life is not always kind. One afternoon, Arjun came to my classroom after school. His face was serious. He told me the truth. He was not free. He already had someone in his life. The words felt heavy. My heart ached. I felt confused, disappointed, and deeply hurt. That night, I could not sleep. I kept asking myself why he had not told me earlier. Then I realized something important. I did not want half love. I chose myself. I slowly created distance between us. It was painful, but it was necessary. Arjun later asked for a transfer to another city. On his last day, we spoke quietly. There was sadness, but also honesty. When he left, I cried. But beneath the pain, there was peace. Weeks passed. Life moved forward. I focused on my students. I read more. I walked by the river in the evenings. Slowly, my heart began to heal. One Sunday afternoon, I visited a community book fair in the town square. The air smelled like coffee and old books. That is where I met Daniel. He asked me about the book I was holding. We talked. The conversation felt easy and calm. There was no confusion, no pressure. We met again for coffee, then for walks, then for long conversations about life. Daniel listened. He was honest, clear, kind. With him, I felt safe. Months passed and my life felt full again. I laughed more. I slept better. Even my parents noticed the change in my voice when I called them. One evening by the river, Daniel spoke softly. I want something real, he said, and I want it with you. A year later, under the warm light of spring, Daniel asked me to marry him. I said yes. In that moment, I understood something deeply. Sometimes life brings the wrong person first. Not to break us, but to teach us. And when we learn the lesson, the right person arrives. This time, love felt peaceful. This time, I was finally home. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and share. More emotional and inspiring stories are coming soon.